Hard to beat a 300 Chrysler Hurst. Come and have a look. Okay, today we're talking 300 Hurst. If you've watched my channel in the past, you would have seen my 300 Hurst convertible. Well, this is a story going back to about 2004. My obsession was getting greater with Chrysler, Dodge, Plymouth C-bodies. I had a 71 Polara two-door coupe with a 440 in it. It was my everyday car I drove for years. Had the family, traipsed them all over Victoria in it, and just loved the big C-bodies, and then it kind of went from there. So after I had the Polara, I had a 69 convertible 300, and I've had wagons, I've had 300 hardtops and various forms of the C-bodies which I love. And this story is about a 7300 Hurst two-door hardtop that I found on eBay in about 2004. The car came from a dealership in Sour Lake, Texas. This was on the front of the car when I bought it. The car was a very original car, all numbers matching, just a shabby rundown in the paint and interior, but a real good car to start with. For example, being a Texas car, it was very dry, very little rust. The story went with the dealership that I bought the car off was somehow connected to the family, the dealership was. So the car had been in and around the dealership all its life. I believe they went through the engine a little while before I bought the car. It was still a numbers matching motor and transmission, but the motor had been freshened up. So mechanically it was real good, just down in the body and interior. So just a typical, 40 odd year old car that needed total restoration. So obviously I bought the car, brought it back to Australia to start the restorations. And the passion for me is still there, just the same as it was in the when I started with Mopar products in the late 80s. So this is just an extension of that, and hopefully you can get a bit of an idea from the some of the photos. We had still photos, then we had a little bit of video, and then we have some stills that were taken by a professional photographer, which the car was put into a magazine in the late 2000s. So there's some really nice photos of the car, when it's all finished. So it's a bit higgledy-piggledy, but hopefully you'll like it. Anyway, have a good look, and hope you like it. Even back then in mid 2000s, even then the parts were sort of a little bit harder to find. It was nothing like doing B or E bodies. C body stuff was a bit more scarce. I had a friend that I developed a friendship with in Ohio, Murray Park, who parts out C bodies, and he was a great help for the little bits and pieces that were missing for the car. I remember I went to the Chrysler at Carlisle in 2005, and they had Legendary Interiors had a stall there, and they said if you ordered something on that day they gave you a discount. So I ordered up the interior as a beautiful leather Imperial interior. It's what they used in the 300s, and it was such a beautiful job when the interiors in it looked absolutely magic. So some of the things you had to chase you just wouldn't think about with B and E bodies. For example, the lenses in the grille, mine were all crazed, and Murray Park actually found me some of those. Side marker lights, I think one was missing or broken on one side. Just little things that you can't just go anywhere and get, but also having those things as a challenge, sometimes it makes it more appealing when you're building cars. If it was easy, I don't think it'd be as much fun. So I like the chase when you're buying, but also like the chase of getting the parts and piecing it together like a jigsaw. This is my 300 Hurst I'm building, which I get onto as soon as I finish customers' cars. It's well on the way now. Just redoing the front end before getting ready to paint. Here's the numbers matching 440 HP for the 300 Hurst. just waiting to be detailed. So go back in the engine bay. Engine bay's been cleaned up. We've still got a little way to go yet. Finally got the boot lid all back together. It's made of fiberglass. Not a perfect fit. Okay, we're up to the next stage now. Rubbing it all down, ready for paint. And my little lady's been coming in to help me.
You want me to start it up?
Yeah, start it up. Very good, you look like a little girl in there. So we've still got the back quarter panel and boot lid to go, and then hopefully paint on Tuesday. Shinier under the bonnet now.
Yeah, it's very shiny. Hands enough? This is Brian's Hurst. He's hopping in to go for a drive. Nice. It's Father's Day today. He's enjoying Father's Day. Off he goes. Whoa! Well, we'll try and keep this one for you, darling.
I'll back the other one up.
Okay. Oh. Nice leather interior. Done a wonderful job. It smells nice.
another little thing I did back in the day, which was something that always stood out to me, was the beautiful factory sport wheels that the C-bodies have. Always liked them, but I always felt they looked a little bit skinny under the bigger car. So I actually had the rims, the band actually replaced to a 15x7 with a maximum offset, and just filled up the quarter panels and guards a little bit better than what the factory 6-inch wheels did, and I thought it really suited the car.